Sephora's was alive with activity as every creature rushed to do its part. But what could a tiny little monkey like Chee Chee possibly do? As the first drops of the raging floodwaters began to fall. The animals anxiously looked towards the river bank. There, a group of strong oxen stood ready, their horns hooked together, forming a barricade against the rising waters. Behind them, Nimbalates had woven a thick wall of branches and vines. Despite their efforts, the floodwater kept rising. Suddenly, an idea struck Chee Chee. A quickly skimped up Old Chimeste's rough bark. Reaching the top, he shouted, "Quick, everybody! Look upward," pointing his finger towards the tallest trees in the forest. "We can divert the water to the higher ground." The plan was risky, but in the face of the relentless flood, it was their only hope. They needed to redirect the water, but how could they? Without any tools or ropes. The forest dwellers looked at each other, their eyes filled with joy. Then they turned to Chee Chee, hoping they would come up with a solution. As if understanding their wide glances, Chee Chee sprang into action, and dashed through the forest. His light body weaving effortlessly between the trees, he collected large, steady vines, their strength tested by years of climbing. Securely tying them together, he fashioned a set of makeshift ropes. Guiding a team of steady action, Chee Chee directed them to the edge of the flooded forest. With a final flash, he tied the vines securely around the oxen's horns, creating a pulley system that could lift heavy loads. As the rain continued to pour, the water level rose dramatically. It was now or never. Giving a signal, Chee Chee hit the axe and began to pull. Their muscles strained against the vines, their horns digging into the muddy ground. Slowly, inch by agonizing inch, the water began to rise higher and higher. Encouraged by the progress, the forest creatures put their combined strength into the effort. Working together, they managed to divert most of the flood water away from the lower grounds. Yet, despite their hard work, there was still a significant amount of water left in the forest floor. The animals were exhausted and disheartened. Just when all hope seemed lost, Chee Chee noticed something. High up on Old Chimeste's branches, there were many nests. Some cracked and damaged by the flood. An idea sparked in Chee Chee's mind. Quickly explaining his plan to the others, scrambled up the Chee, reaching the nests. He carefully removed the broken twigs and leaves, making repairs wherever he could. Then, taking a big deep breath, he jumped onto a steady branch overhanging the flat waters. Grasping the vines tightly, he swung himself over the raging water. Landing deftly on the other side. Bravely, Chee Chee repeated this act again and again, shuttling materials from the dry land to the flooded areas. Soon, the animals realized what he was doing. Excitedly, they joined him, carrying mud, leaves, and twigs to rebuild the damaged nests and fortify the remaining structures. Slowly but surely, the forest started to take shape again. One by one, the creatures returned to their repaired homes. They huddled together, sharing food and warmth. The forest, though wetted, was far from defeated. As dawn broke, the animals emerged from their homes to survey the damage. They were met with a scene that brought tears to their eyes. The flood had left deep scars on the forest floor. Trees were uprooted. Pets were washed away and many homes were destroyed. But amidst the destruction, there was hope. The floodwaters had receded and the sun was shining through the clouds, casting a warm glow on the devastated landscape. As they began the long task of cleaning up, Chee Chee noticed something. Although their homes were gone, no animal was missing. Every last one of them was accounted for. A wave of gratitude washed over him. The forest might be wounded, but it was whole. Chee Chee approached Old Chimester. WHO said silently surveying the damage. "You did well, little Chee Chee," Old Chimester said, his voice filled with admiration. "You saved our forest and its people." Chee Chee blushed, his ears turning a faint shade of pink. "We did it together, Old Chimester," he replied, gesturing to the busy animals. "Each one of us contributed whatever we could." Old Chimester nodded, his gaze sweeping across the determined faces of the forest dwellers. "That is true," he conceded, "but you, Chee Chee, were the catalyst. Your quick thinking and bravery led us through this disaster." Chee Chee felt the weight of Old Chimester's words. He understood that his actions had made a difference. That they had played a part in protecting their home. A surge of responsibility and pride filled him. The forest might be broken, but they would rebuild. And next time, they would be even more prepared. The animals began the arduous task of rebuilding their homes in the forest. They shared what little they had, working tirelessly to restore their world. In the evenings, after the day's work was done, they huddled together, sharing stories and comforting each other. Slowly, the forest began to heal. New shoots sprouted from the damaged trees, and the animals took comfort in the sight. They extended into weeks and weeks into months. Still, the animals worked diligently, their spirits unbroken. Throughout it all, Chee Chee was there, offering a helping hand, a kind word, or a playful joke to keep their spirits high. One day, as the animals surveyed their almost fully restored forest, they couldn't help but feel a sense of pride. Although the scars of the flood remained, the forest was stronger, more resilient than before. The unity they had shown during the rebuilding had forged an unbreakable bond among them. As the sun set, casting long shadows through the trees, the forest dwellers gathered for a celebration. They feasted on fruits, nuts, and berries. Their laughter echoed in through the trees. They celebrated not just their survival, but their resilience, their unity, and above all, their hope for the future. In the heart of the celebration, Chee Chee was on it. The animals, with gratitude and admiration, presented him with a garland of flowers. Chee Chee, though humble, accepted the honor with a grateful heart, and whose true reward was a thriving forest and its happy inhabitants. As the night deepened, the animals retired to their homes, their bodies weary but their spirits high, looking up at the star-studded sky. They whispered their thanks to Chee Chee. They knew that, without his caged quick thinking, their forest and its inhabitants might have suffered a much greater loss. For Chee Chee, the little monkey with the big heart had become a hero, and their forest would never forget his name.